I'm too old, I have no time because, you know, life, I'm not worthy, it doesn't work out for me anyways. Oh, if I had the money, I'd be able to do that too. Oh, well, if I look like that, I'd have that life too. This mentality is killing you. Just because we are 30 does not mean we are old, does not mean we're dried up. It does not mean that we just have to roll over and let life happen to us. It does not mean that we are not capable of accomplishing the things that we want to accomplish, that we do not deserve the goals and the dreams and the aspirations that we have. But if you stay in this victim mentality and continually blame others and external factors and never take a moment and look inwards on how you can start to change the situation that you're in, I'm sorry, life is going to continue happening to you instead of for you. If you want different outcomes in life, if you want to step into your future self, if you want those visions and those dreams that you have in your brain, you want your life to be different. Before looking and blaming everyone else, first, let's look at ourselves and let's look in the mirror.
Look in a mirror.
Here's a little insight to my younger years. My parents, when I was younger, were on welfare. I was bullied from grade 5 until I dropped out of school. I'm a high school dropout. By the time I was 15, I was addicted to drugs and alcohol, pregnant by the time I was 16, in rehab by the time I was 18, and in a wildly abusive relationship at 19. I had to literally escape, have my mom pay for my cab and my plane ride home when he left the house. Finally, at 21 years old, I had to come to Jesus and decided that I could no longer live like this. I used to remember thinking to myself that this was just my life. These were just the cards that I was dealt. There was no point in trying to be anything different because my whole life had just been one mess after another.
It's just how life is.
When I had my come to Jesus moment, I realized that I was causing not only my own pain, my own reality, but I was causing so many other people pain. When I realized that I never wanted to be in any of the situations that I was in massive amounts of danger, and I realized that life could be so much different and I had more to offer, I took control of my life and I took control of the outcomes that I started getting in life. And I'm not telling you this story because woe is me and because, hey, if I can do it, you can too. I'm telling you this because everybody in life has a story. Everybody in life has hurt and has pain. You need to decide what you're doing with that story. Are you allowing it to control your life, never facing it and never trying to heal from it? Or are you going to take the time and learn how to heal from it, learn how to grow from it, heal from those wounds, and actually rewrite your story? The reason I made this video is because I want each and every one of you to have the life that you want, to have the life and the dreams that you envision, to stop letting life just happen to you and to actually take control of everything that you possibly can. Stop preventing your growth, taking responsibility, breaking this negative cycle, and to in turn really grow your self-esteem. As always, this video is broken down in 2 parts, as well as actionable steps that you can start using in your self-development journey right away. Today, I am going over the signs of victim mentality, practical ways to shift out of this mentality, and then of course your action steps that you get to take with you. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Jordan Lynn and I am obsessed with self-development, reinvention, and transformation. 15 years ago, I was homeless, eating out of trash cans, sleeping on the streets, and I had never had any idea where my next meal was coming from. And now I run my own online business. I am a competitive bodybuilder and am really just living the life of my dreams. And this is all because I just took a chance and I knew I was made for more. And I'm here to help you, regardless of what stage you're in right now, to level up your health, your wealth, and your mindset. Part number one is how can we recognize this victim mentality, especially within ourselves? As hard as it may be, I want you to be objective with yourself. I want you to be honest and understand if you're watching this video, you want to change. First, the biggest sign of victim mentality that I see is negative language, both external and internal. What you say out loud and inside your mind has extreme power on your life's outcomes, on your everyday habits, and all of your actions. An elephant, from when it was a baby, was tied up with a rope to a wooden post. Every time the elephant tried to extend past the rope, it obviously would get caught, stuck, and pulled back. At this point in the elephant's life, it wasn't strong enough. When the elephant got older, it was still strung by the same rope. And even though the elephant, such a large and powerful animal, at its grown size would have been able to break the post and break through the rope, it never tried. The reason I tell you that story, and I don't tell it because it's horrible, because as humans that's breaking an animal spirit, but the reason I tell you that story is because we are conditioned by our parents. Our subconscious is recording from the day we are born until we are 8 years old, and then it is a repeating loop. So your belief systems comes from your parents, those younger teachers, whatever you watched on TV, and we take those stories that are conditioned within us throughout our life. When I think about this, I think about my mother's relationship with food. Sorry, Mom. I can never remember a time when I was younger where my mom wasn't dieting. This damaged my relationship with food severely. I suffered from eating disorders, and I actually started taking drugs because I was told they'd make me thinner. I think about how my parents both look at money. My dad doesn't touch his money. My dad is not an overspender, and my mom is a lot more fluid with her money. And in the end, the differences in these financial opinions led to my parents' divorce. What do you think that does to me as the young child thinking about money? Money equals divorce, money equals pain, money equals arguments, all of these things conditioned. So now that you know this, you need to start recognizing how you're speaking to yourself, how you speak out loud, and even how you speak about others. When a problem arises in your life, do you look for a solution, or do you just shut down and blame maybe everyone else, the situation? There's nothing else that you could do. When you see another person running, or when you look across the gym and you see someone who looks really good working out, what do you say? Honestly, do you cheer them on, or do you immediately put them down? And when you see maybe an influencer, or maybe when you see someone in your field succeeding, what do you think? What do you feel? Constant complaining, blaming others or circumstances, as well as negative self-talk are all big signs of victim mentality. Secondly is lack of accountability, feeling helpless, or being so dependent on others. When you are feeling that life is happening to you and you're completely out of control, take stock of your actions. What is going on, and how can you make small shifts in your life to change what's going on around you? Can you advocate for your health more? Can you start to put $1 towards your debt? Can you open a new line of communication with your partner? Or can you just simply ask for some help? This is your life, and you are accountable for your outcomes. You are such a powerful being, and you can change at any time. You can change whenever you want, and you do not need anyone to come rescue you. You can create something so unrecognizable, so amazing, if you could just take some accountability for what is happening. Part number two is how can we shift out of this victim mentality? Well, like they say, the first step is always recognizing that problem. And hey, look, you're here. So that is what is amazing. But it's time to take some ownership.
Take responsibility for your fucking self, man.
If you've watched any of my videos before, I talk about taking stock. Taking stock in your life, seeing where you are and where you want to be. I am a huge believer of this. Who are you now? Who do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? What do you want to have? What are you currently doing, and what do you currently have? And then ask yourself, the empowering question of what am I in control of and what can I do to change this situation? What is in and out of your control? Recognize the pattern, take some ownership, and focus on what you can control in life. Next, we need to change the narrative, set some clear and attainable goals, and practice gratitude. I can't becomes I can try. No becomes not yet. And the biggest thing is look for clear proof around you that what you want is possible. And be grateful for absolutely everything. Focusing on what is right and what you currently have is one of the most powerful things that you can do. Leaving those negative thoughts behind, those negative feelings behind, and shifting to something more positive will give you more fulfillment in life, will fill your cup, will bring you more joy. You will become happier and you will build your self-esteem. What I want you to do is to shift your mindset from lack to abundance. There is fucking abundance everywhere. Leaves on the trees, cars on the road, ants on a hill, whatever it is. There is so much abundance on this planet. So what about that goal setting I was talking about? I just want you to take the smallest steps. Go on a 5-minute walk. Put $1 towards your debt. Journal for 5 lines. Drink 2 cups of water. Catch a negative thought and rewire it. Open that line of communication with your partner. Small things that you can be doing every single day that are going to get you out of this mentality and towards the place that you want to go. Whatever that end goal is, write the big goal and reverse engineer it. Now, what are some actual more specific action steps that you can take that will hopefully reframe your mindset and get you out of this mentality? First off is journaling. Journaling is so powerful when it comes to really rewiring our mind and really just like getting all of it out there. Here's some things to write about if you're having troubles. Number 1, think of a time where you felt powerless, where you felt like there was nothing that you could do in this situation. It was completely out of control and out of your hands. Then go actually identify a part in that situation where you could have done something different. Part of that situation that you actually did have some control over. Or think of 3 parts of your life that you want to take control over right now. And then journal out a plan to actually just take control of these parts. My favorite thing for gratitude is to write down in my journal 3 things that happened that day that I'm super grateful for, and then 3 things that I'm grateful for in the future, but I write it in present tense. So I'm so happy and grateful for the amazing speaking event that I did tonight. It was so powerful. It was completely packed. There was 50,000 people there. I'm just, oh my God, I'm just so grateful that I could be a part of that, whatever it may be, but write it in present tense. Or you could just write down what you are grateful for in the morning. What's something in life that you're actually so thankful that you have? Do it at nighttime, whatever it is. For the next 7 days, I want you to practice some form of gratitude. Next idea would be to reframe negative thoughts. So if you have a negative thought, when you have a negative thought, write it down and reframe it. What are some common things that you say to yourself? Do you look in your mirror and you're like, ugh, what a fat pig? Nope. Bop, gone. Reframe it. I'm beautiful. My body is powerful. Whatever it may be. Okay? So whatever those negative thoughts are, we want to reframe them. Now it is time to implement. What are some of the things that you're gonna implement on this journey? Are you gonna do gratitude? Are you gonna do 1 step a day? Are you gonna break down your goals? Whatever it is, I know I just gave you tons of actions to do. Pick some and run with them. I want to be a part of your journey. And if there was an aha moment that you had, give it in the comments. Or if there is a video, something that you're struggling with, also drop me a comment below, because that really helps me create these videos so I can just help you farther along on your self-development journey. Now, before you go, this is an amazing book that I just want to point you towards. This is called The Mountain Is You. This book is all about self-sabotage. And because victim mentality falls under the self-sabotage umbrella, I really think that it is such a good read. And like I said, I just wanted to bring it to your attention because it helped me immensely on my self-development self-development journey. I really hope that you enjoyed this journey, and I cannot wait to see the strides that you make on your journey. As always, please feel free to DM me on my brand new Instagram account. Give me a follow where you can see my behind the scenes of the transformation that I'm currently making, as well as all the self-development advice that I share on that channel. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I always appreciate your support. I am so grateful for you. And if you know anybody that you think this video could help, please share it with them as well. Once again, I'm so appreciative and I'm so grateful for you. I'll see you in the next one.